Good evening, good evening, Auntie Diva. Happy Marvelous Monday.
Doing well, doing well.
Good evening, everybody. Happy Monday. We are back on time and in person live with our recap of Real Housewives of Potomac. The truth will set you off. Okay, people? And this was another explosive episode. This is our pre season finale. We have actually one more episode left, so it looked like they snuck another episode in here, but we got one more episode left going. But this episode, it was giving. I totally enjoyed it. We were revealed to some secrets. We were, discovered, some relationship issues that we've been kind of calling all season, and we discovered that some friendships are not as loyal as we thought they were. This was a great episode. Auntie, listen, welcome.
Welcome in the building, people. Listen, hit that like button on both channels, and all I can say is woo, woo, woo. This situation, Potomac gave this season. I know we got another episode left before the reunion, but Potomac gave. It came to the building. It gave what it was supposed to give, and it was all with a show on Sunday. And all I can say is, wow. Oh, Stacey clocked in. Come on, kid. Yo, Stacey clocked in. We said Stacey was asleep. Stacey was this. People was like, she boring. Stacey got the memo, and she said, better late than never. Better late than never. Stacey clocked in.
Stacey gotta make sure she making those season 10, okay, baby?
He must have heard the Grand Dame is leaving the building, perhaps. Stacey clocked in.
She clocked.
Cheers to Stacey. Cheers, honey. She clocked in. She clocked in. Yeah.
She did her job and then some. Okay, people? Woo! Listen, everybody, we want to welcome each and every one of you into the building. We thank you so much for joining us tonight for our recap of Real Housewives of Potomac. We are live on both channels, Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva and on Royaire's World. So if you're not a subscriber to Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva, run on over there and hit that subscribe button. Or if you're already there, hit that subscribe button. And if you're over on Royaire's World, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're not, come on over, subscribe, and like our video tonight. Well, we are live, and like we said, make sure you share at least with one person and tell them as well to hit that like button for us. So welcome in the building. Let us know that you're here. We totally appreciate you. Raheem, Katrina, Tay, Malibu Surf, welcome. Bianca, welcome. We are so glad to have each and every one of you. And so we're just gonna go ahead and jump right into this. Did you watch What Happens Live last night? I can't hear you.
I did not, but I saw the commercial. It probably watched me. Obviously, I fell asleep. But listen, I saw because Mia was on there, right?
Yes.
Talking about ink is forever.
That's what she said. And I said, well, okay then. Now originally the rumor was that Ink didn't want to be caught up in all the mess. It was looking bad for his career. That's what the story was at first, okay? And so now, it's Ink is still forever. Well, Mia, is he aware of that? Because it looked like Ink went on about his business. I mean, unless y'all still keeping up the lies that y'all been telling all season long, who knows? But I'm just saying.
Are they trying to give it to us at the reunion? I don't know. This is crazy.
I don't know.
But we did hear the reunion is fire.
Oh, yes. Oh, no.
The reunion is
even though Karen didn't show up, the tea was still sipped.
Yeah.
The tea was still sipped. So we're going to jump right on into this. I'll get us started off, and then you can kind of pull in as you would like.
Okay.
So, like I said, we're here for Real Housewives of Potomac recap season 9, episode 16. The truth will set you off. Okay, so we are picking up from last week. Last week, we were at Ashley's event for the drag king, okay? Ashley was getting prepared for the show. Tonight Ashley is actually going to perform her actual drag king, which her title is Ash Top, okay? And so Ash came through the building to do her thing. Well, before she comes out, she's getting ready. The ladies decided, Giselle and Karen had a little sidebar conversation in regards to Mia and her, stories or tales, as Karen would like to say. And so, they had to pull Mia outside to address everything that was going on. And so Karen wanted to understand, why did we not know down in Panama that the DNA test had been taken and that Gordon is the father, okay? Now, you done led us on all this season on what's going on with Gordon and his manic, behavior and his episodes, and the kid may not be his, it may be Ink's, and it may not be Ink's, it may be his. We don't know, okay? You have carried us all on this emotional roller coaster all season long, getting us dizzy and turned up. And now here we are with the truth, according to Gordon, and you don't know anything about it, according to what Mia is saying. Now, Gordon, said that he did not share. Well, we'll get to that in a little minute. But Mia says she was unaware of these events until she got back, which was a week before this current event that is going on, okay? And so, Karen said, while you run around in your lies and tales and, living whatever life you want to try to live, I'm standing my truth, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as a wife and a mother. You need to do better. Mia said that I don't have to explain myself to nobody. I'm over this. She walked away and dismissed herself. All the ladies agreed and, kind of walked away and said, this is not the place. This is not the time. Let's get back to supporting Ashley. So, Stacey had to kind of convince Mia to stay because Mia did not want to stay where she wasn't wanted, where she was being questioned about her behavior and all those things. Mia says she's had enough of it. If she has to be around people that are questioning who she is and what she does, she doesn't want to be there. Well, we turn over to Ashley. She's backstage. She's all dressed up in her male drag, okay? Come on, King Drag. And so King what was his name? I forgot what his name was, but she was, getting ready with the gentleman that helped, with the drag and everything. So they were getting prepared. Ashley seemed very nervous, but she said, listen, you're going to be, the gentleman said, listen, you're going to be just fine. Everything is going to work out. Just go out there, be you, and do your best. Okay. So, Stacey convinces Mia to stay. They all come to the table. Ashley, is preparing to come out. We have a couple of other drag, queens and kings that come out, before Ashley comes. Ashley comes out, she does her thing. She invites Karen on the stage. Ashley's mom is there, her aunt is there, Uncle Buck is there, Josh is there. The people really came out, supported Ashley, and it seemed like they really enjoyed the show based off of what Bravo showed us during the time of Ashley's show. So at the end, once Ashley finished her performance, she came off stage. She wanted to thank everyone for coming and supporting her. This is something that she's always wanted to do. This was her way of expressing her bisexuality and coming out to the people and letting her know that she is supportive of the community. She's happy. She's in love with herself and she's doing her thing. Okay. After Ashley got off the stage, she went to her friends, Wendy and Karen, and, the ladies were turned on by little Miss Ash Top. Okay. Lizelle said she was attracted to Ash Top. Karen said that, she got her cherry popped. Stacey said that she was just, wowed by Ashley. And Wendy said, it's about time you put that good hard body to use, okay? Do your thing, boo. Well, Wendy decided to share with, Ashley after she got off stage that the story broke, okay? While you was backstage, we are out here, dealing with Mia and her drama and her lies. Apparently, Gordon is the father of, Jeremiah, and Ashley was taken aback. She was like, wow. So all of this time, Mia has been lying to us with her, tales and misbehaving and doing whatever she wants to do, not being a real friend. Ashley says she knew it the whole time, and that was pretty much the ending of that scene. I think I'm going to stop there and we'll address all of those issues that came up tonight.
Well, all the Housewives shows are infamous for having conversations in the wrong place and time. That's just what they do, okay? Because Karen, that was not the right place to be having that particular conversation. at least they did step outside. I give them that. They stepped outside, so they took the ruckus outside the doors. But you know, Mia goes low. So she was like, okay, you want to bring up my kids, then let me bring up how you a drunk driver and and you letting everybody just, you know, lay it down in you or whatever the case may be. It was messy, but I think at that point, there's probably, you know, we see cuts of the show. And sometimes it's hours of footage. So God knows they probably wore this DUI thing with Karen in the ground. We just didn't perhaps see it. So I guess by at that point, she was just like, okay, whatever. Like you saying about me, whatever. So, you know, the thing is with Mia, regardless of when she found out, she found out. And I really think that Royaire, she knew before she found out. So she's full of crap. And I think that just like they said, you know, you brought this to us at a certain point. You could have brought it to us when you found out, you know, that yes, Gordon is the father. Is Gordon messy? He always been messy. I mean, that's who he is, right? So to think he's not going to be messy in said situation, we would be crazy to think that. So, you know, that conversation was that. Ashley and her performance, I thought Ashley looked super cute. I thought she did the darn thing. And I thought for once, because listen, Ashley singing when she sung at her own events earlier in the season, I was like, ooh, like it was a bit much. Like I wanted her to have backup singer something. It didn't go as well as I think it should have. But this dancing and what she did, I think it was right up her alley. I thought it was cute. I thought Karen playing into it was super, super cute. And she dressed nice. Her character fit her well. I'm not exactly, you know, thrilled with the name. I think she could have came up with a more like funky, cuter name. Ash Top, I don't know. It
wasn't memorable to me, but
it wasn't. It doesn't like grab you like that. But other than that, I think her performance was stellar for what it was and for what she was doing. So I thought, you know, she did a really good job. I thought it was cute. I thought, like I said, I thought it was up her alley. I did like it. What else did I want to say? You know, the fact that her whole family supports her, I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that in front of my family. What I love with Ashley is her mom, her family supports her, Uncle Lum. They come through. Like when Ashley, they always rooting for Ashley. It don't matter what Ashley's going through, and that's a true family warrior, right?
Yes.
No matter if you up or down, the family they're here for you. And that's Ashley's family. So Ashley is going to survive a whole lot of whatever because her family stands by her side. And that's what I like about the family. You know, Josh came through, the new man. Listen, I like Josh. Josh is just here for the ride. What? He said you got a little, what they call it?
He's here for a good time, not a long time. Okay.
That's right. Facts. That is what he's here for. You said it, a good time, not a long time. But I think they are super cute together. They're super cute together. And you know what? Listen, God bless the kids. I'm never going to ever say, you know, over here, I love the kids. I would never say anything negative about the kids. But if Ashley would have met him first, if they would have been like the perfect little couple, right? They would have. They just a cute couple. You know, but Ashley, you know, you live and learn. And the boys are gorgeous. You know, so but I think they would have made it like a really cute couple if she met him first. But you know, for what it was, that scene, I liked it. I enjoyed what happened. You know, it was a scene.
It was a scene.
And the people that I guess they're regulars for the production, I like them too because they embraced Ashley. Like it was a good scene. It was a
great show. I feel like it was a great way to represent the LGBTQ plus community. It was a great way to represent the drag community, you know, those who do the kings and queens. Right. It was a beautiful event. You know, they were very supportive. They were giving money. You know, I just love the positivity and the support that was surrounded by Ashley during this time. You know, as we all know, Ashley is going through a rough divorce right now. You know, I really think that that the children grew Ashley up a lot. And I feel like that's why she can be who she is today, thanks to her children. She can be open and honest about who she is, what she likes, what she dislikes. And I love that, when people have that grow up moment of who they are and accepting of who they are. Sometimes it's very hard to accept your sexuality, maybe depending on your family or your religion or, whatever you may feel, that could be a hard thing. But for her to be able to be open and honest about who she is, what she likes, and what she wants to do, I just love that for her. And I love that Bravo has given a positive platform for that to play out upon. So thank y'all so much for that. Thank y'all.
Yeah. Bravo.
Yes. Listen, we thank you guys for being in the building. Make sure you're hitting that like button.
Jazzy showed up. That's right. Jazzy did like a 60-second cameo.
Yeah.
That was a waste.
I forgot.
Why did she even do that? It was like 60 seconds. They was like, "Oh, Jazzy's here." I was like, not Jazzy. Where'd she come from?
I forgot she was even on the show this season. We haven't seen her in a while, but welcome back, Jazzy.
Welcome, Jazzy.
So as we head on over to the next scene, Giselle is hosting lunch with Ashley, Karen, and Kay, okay? And so, Karen said that yesterday was a great time. It was a late night for her. She, didn't expect all that she got, but she had a great time. She is really over the disrespect and the downplay, of her character coming from Mia in regards to her drinking and driving and, possibly messing with certain men or whatever the case may be. She says that she's sick of Mia's lies. Mia doesn't want to be exposed, and that's why Mia is behaving the way she is. She said that, Mia knew about Panama, the paternity test, and she's been dragging us all along this whole time, in regards to the possibility of, Jeremiah possibly being, Ink's or Gordon's child. And Karen felt, since you've been dragging us around, you should have told us as soon as you found out, because we're supposed to be your friendship group, okay? So, Giselle said that she was blinded for a while, but now she can see, okay? Her eyes are open. She is... She put the bifocals on. She adjusted the glasses, and she's now. I can see. I once was blind, but now I see.
I can see.
And she is not, blind to Mia's tales, stories, or lies. But that's enough about that. She wants to move on from that. Kay opened up, here we are for our emotional moment, y'all. So get your triangles. Kay opened up about her relationship with Greg. Because her and Greg are having a tough time, okay? Kay said that they got into a huge argument, and it's still bothering her to this day. Because Greg does not support her or this friendship group that she wants to be a part of, okay? Greg feels that he has done all that he can do to support Kay, and he ain't doing a damn thing else. Okay? Those was her words, not mine. Kay said, I want Gordon to see me as a woman, not just as his girlfriend, not just as his wife, not just as his side piece. I want him to see me as a businesswoman, an entrepreneur. I want him to know that I am serious about being a part of this friendship group, and he just doesn't want to support. Giselle said, Kay, I'm going to have to mother you right now. I'm going to have to give you some tough love, boo. You can't be with a man that doesn't see all of you and support all of you. If he can't, support you and wanting to be in this friendship group and on this show, you need to let him go. Kay said, she feels that she supports Greg in everything he got going on, okay?
Financially, mentally, emotionally, sexually.
Baby mamas.
Oh my God.
She supports it all, okay?
The kids.
And the kids. And she just wants that same support in return. Karen said that you're with the right group, so don't be afraid to share. Go on and share. That was pretty much the gist of that scene. I'm gonna throw in this one little last scene as well, and then we'll talk about those two.
Okay.
Mia goes to pick up my Ink from the airport. Okay. They get in the car all lovey-dovey. Ink tells Mia, tell me something good, tell me something great. Mia says the kids are out right now to play date, so we're getting ready to go pick them up. And, Jeremiah's been asking to see you. He said, well, great, because I want to take Jeremiah to a game tomorrow. Mia said, let's do it. I'm down for it. Ink said, well, I don't know if you know, but, Gordon reached out to me, and he shared with me the paternity results. And Ink says, listen, all I'm going to say is I don't believe he actually did it. Mia says, well, I did get the results in my inbox, but I'm just kind of curious of why Ink decided to do it behind our backs and not with all of us together. Mia said that she feels that Gordon doesn't want to lose his family. He does not want to have the dawning assumption that Jeremiah may not be his child. So he went ahead and did it just to shut Ink up. Ink said he don't believe it, and he will be talking to Gordon about this. When Mia said, well, do you want to call him right now? Ink said, I don't want to call that man right now. Why every time we got to have a conversation to make a decision, you want to call up Gordon? She said, well, I only said it because she said, I said that I will get with him when I can, okay? Mia said, well, listen, I know that you're frustrated, and I'm trying to do the best I can. And so Ink said, hey, this is becoming an issue. Y'all have no boundaries. Y'all have no privacy. Every time we turn around, we got to request, Gordon's permission to do anything or to say anything. And I'm over it. It's starting to affect our relationship. Mia said, listen, I'm struggling too. I'm doing the best that I can do with everything that I have going on. I think what was next? Yeah, we'll stop there and we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about the lunch.
Yeah, no, I got it. Okay. Well, we knew from the moment we saw them on the screen and she moved into his apartment house or whatever while they was building their house, we knew it wasn't gonna work. Because he been a piece of work. And now she won't come sit at the lunch table crying with the ladies in the tears. Make her, where's Candace when you need her? Because we need a triangle. Okay. Make her a triangle. She talking about, Greg don't support me. I support everything he do. We know that because he wants you to let your business fall to the wayside so you could come uplift his. But Kay, we need you to wake up. Where's the aunties? Now, her mother stopped by one time, and her mother seemed like she was pretty smart, but her mother should have told her from the door, don't move in with this man. And you wanted to tell us you didn't care. That's what Kay said out of her mouth. She said she didn't need no ring. She said she wasn't that girl. He wasn't needy. This was she said out of her mouth in the kitchen of his kitchen.
His kitchen. You are so stupid. That's what she said.
She said that in his kitchen when her mama came by.
While she was standing there making chicken noodle soup because his tooth was...
Okay. That's what she said. So you want to sit there and say you don't need nothing, you ain't needy, because you just wanted to get this man, so you got him on that premise. You got him catering to his every need. You got him telling him you good, you a strong woman, you don't need nothing. And so now when he not giving you nothing, you want to cry at the luncheon with Giselle, Ashley, and Karen. No, roll back the footage, Kay. That's why he's taking advantage of her, Jay. Roll back the footage, Kay. You said this, and now you getting what you asked for. Be careful what you asked for. No, not going to tell no man it's all about you. I'm the queen. She got what she asked for. She wanted no ring. She didn't get one. He said, come move in my space, and he ain't give her no closet space. She got what she asked for. Okay.
So do we really think that he asked her to move in, or did Kay volunteer herself to move in?
Either way, she signed on the dotted line to get a house with him.
And
so
now we're
she
talking
packed
about
her boxes up, and I don't know if she was in a rental. I don't know what she was in.
Hopefully she kept it. She gonna have to do like Portia and move back home with her mama.
Listen, Royaire. She said that she wanted to be on this show. You support him, everything. You took this man and his 3 kids. I don't know if he got one baby mother. I guess it's just the ex-wife. You took him with his 3 kids. You moving in with him. You taking all of this nonsense, and he can't support you with this show. But when that mortgage on that new house needs to get paid, that show could contribute to that in the new furniture in it. Kay, run now and get you a single man without all that baggage.
Yeah.
She's pretty. And she's sitting there feeling unfulfilled. And he ain't giving you nothing. And he telling you to quit the show.
And questioning whether or not she need to move in with him or go their separate ways. Ain't y'all already halfway through building y'all house? It's a little too late to be trying to make them decisions now, ma'am.
It ain't it though? But you know what though? She not married, praise the Lord and thank God.
But if she signed them papers on that dotted line for that mortgage, she's gonna be in for something.
Just get her lawyer. Get you a lawyer. And matter of fact, you know what? Listen, I'm telling you right now, Royaire, it's better let him have that house and whatever down payment you put down.
Yeah.
And go on with your business before you get married to him and he take that whole, what's that skincare line she got? And that spa.
Down in the expensive neighborhood, okay.
She be starting over. Let's get to Mia and Ink. This is a mess. First of all, I don't know what generation came up with you in the midst of a divorce and you already start dating and get yourself into some other situation. That's just messy. And you allow your kids to
meet this man and to be around this man and spend time with this man to the point where your kids tell you you can't marry Mr. Ink. Really?
Child, have you ever seen some mess like this? They need to have a universal church service. We all need to go. This is stupid. This is mandatory universal church. It don't matter what faith you are, faith or whatever. We're going to give out the world memos at this service. Come as you are. Your pajamas, your jeans, your dress, your church hat. Come as you are, because we need to give out the memos to the world. If you're not divorced yet, you should not be dating. You got to stay in your house and please yourself until you get divorced.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, Royaire, this is stupid. What are we doing here?
I have no clue.
You're going to pick up your man and you still married. Y'all live in the same building. And now the kids talking about, she talking about, the kids, he miss you. And then he's talking about, Gordon called me and told me Jeremiah was mine. And then Mia, she real serious. She's like, why would he do that without us? Because he's the father.
Oh my God.
You trying to play me out like my kid is not mine. And I'm going to ask you and your man to come to let me do this paternity test. He said, Gordon was like, Ink won the test. I got one for them. I'm going to go do the test. And I'm going to give y'all the results.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Come on, Jeremiah.
Yeah. And that's what he did. And you know what? G ain't no punk. Because he said he called Ink. So by the way, Ink, I am the father.
The results are in. Oh my God.
Where they do that at, Royaire? Where they do that at? How you gonna tell me what to do with my kid? So no, he said they keep punking me on this TV because y'all want a storyline. He told them earlier too. He another one. G told them in that kitchen he ain't about to do this with them.
Not today.
No. So they want to wait to the 9th hour because it's almost the last episode. And I really think this was supposed to be, but I think what they did, Royaire, because that she caught that DUI guilty, they said
went
we're
back
gonna add
again.
another
Yep.
Bravo evil.
That listen.
They evil. They evil as hell. They gonna add on another scene just so they can tell us that Karen is guilty. They messy.
And then she had the nerve not to show up to the reunion too. Oh yeah, they gonna get you, girl. You thought? Oh no.
So Gordon, that's right, because Gordon ain't nobody punk. He called Ink. It was like, and Ink in the car, like, Gordon called me, and Mia sitting there like, oh. And then Ink, then she was like, Ink tried to say, yeah, we don't know. No, Mia let him know. No, I got the results in the inbox. I got the results. Okay, because she don't want Gordon to go off. So she had to tell the truth. She said, no, I got the results in the inbox. She might as well have told us like they do on Maury Povich that is 99.9% Gordon's kid. First of all, he looked like Gordon.
I felt this was an episode of Maury Povich, literally. This whole situation. I'm just like, this ain't nothing but a Maury episode.
So, Ink is Ink. And I guess, I don't know what Ink did or didn't get to do be part of this shenanigans, but it's looking messy. But that's with those episodes.
Yeah, I don't know what, why Ink thought that this would be a good idea, especially if you're trying to think about your career. How does this make you look? This is, I think people really forget that TV is forever. And, if I'm watching this on TV and considering dating you, Ink, this is a huge turnoff. A huge turnoff. Yeah. I mean, you're literally tearing up a family. Whether or not it was torn before you got in it or not, you're not making it any better. These kids, I don't know what they know you as or what type of relationship they have with you, but it's totally inappropriate. These are young children. It's not like these are teenagers. And I just really feel like this is so irresponsible on Mia's part. Just, and I don't want to put it all on Mia because it's Gordon's fault too, but Mia is really playing the lead of all of this. Unfortunately, this is why so many things happen to our children at young ages. Violations happen because we have our children around people, just anybody. And not to say that Ink is a bad person by any means at all, but we don't know. We don't know people, and you have to be careful who you put your kids with, what situations you put them in. And from what we see on the show, Mia's kids be around any and everybody.
Because Gordon went and picked them up and took them somewhere else. First they was with Jacqueline, the child.
So God only knows what's really going on behind closed doors. Mia and Ink, y'all need to do better and be a better example for the young generation who are looking up to y'all. Do better. Well, I'll head on to the next scene. We are going to Stacey now. Stacey is hosting an event, okay, for animals who do not have a home, okay? And so, she's hosting a fashion show, a runway fashion show for animals to find families, that they belong, in a good place with. So, Stacey's here, she's, talking to the owners of this community place where they bring these dogs. And so Ashley comes in, and so she's like, hey girl, I'm glad you're finally here. And so, they go around and tour the place. And so Ashley wants to go see the dog that she will be, walking with down the runway. And so Ashley finds her dog, she's in love with the dog. She's glad about that dog. So she, says, good, we're clear with this dog. We're good. Okay. So, Stacey has said that she is, really glad that her and Ashley were able to come together. She really does consider Ashley a true friend. They started off rocky with Ashley putting her funky bunions on, Stacey's marble countertops. But, Stacey has come to find out that they have more in common than not in common, and one of the things that they really have in common is the current divorces that they are going through. Stacey is now, divorcing after 15 or 16 years of marriage. Ashley is in the process of still trying to finalize her divorce. Her and Michael, are just not in an agreement of regarding what can be said on camera, what cannot be said on camera, financial things and, all of that stuff. So Ashley's in a place where she's kind of under fire with her attorney. Her attorney is like, listen, if we don't get a response from Michael, we need to go on and file, a public divorce. We need to go on and make it happen, because if not, you're going to be stuck in this limbo situation for God knows how long, you won't be able to move on with your life. And that is what Ashley is desiring, is to move on and be free. Stacey opens up about, her, last mediation. Ashley said, girl, you looking good. You got your hair straight. You've been wearing it curly and everything. What's got you so popping and into it? And she says, I'm feeling good. I'm in a great place. We're in our last, couple of sessions of mediation. Things are going well. And so I've decided to waive child support. Obviously, Stacey didn't listen to nothing that the attorney said. Who she said could have $5 for every person that, came back to her. She would be laying on the beach. Stacey didn't listen to that advice, okay? Stacey did follow through with her alimony, because she's going to make sure her check clear every month. Because in the words of Ashley, Stacey don't have no job. So she make sure that she ain't the one left holding the bag. Well, Stacey says she believes in her marriage, and she believes that Arbel will be just fine. And so, Ashley said, well, what if he gets remarried? Yet again, Stacey says Arbella is his daughter. She's never wanted for nothing, and she will continue not to want for anything. Yeah, that was that scene. I struggle because I think Stacey is missing the full picture.
For sure.
This is your marriage anymore. This is your ex-husband.
Come on now.
Talk to us. Know who this man is getting ready to turn into once these divorce papers are signed and final, number one. Number two, you don't know who he's going to turn into if and when he meets his new fiance or wife, and what she would like or dislike about what he's got going on in regards to paying you, his daughter, or anybody else that he's obligated or not obligated to pay. So, Stacey, I need you to get a little bit more focused, baby. And I need you to go back and renegotiate some of these things, especially this child support. Because the last thing you want to be left with is, like Ashley said, holding the bag, trying to figure out where your next meal is coming from.
Just when I thought the lawyer got through to her the other week, when she asked the lawyer, she was like, how many people come back to you? And the lawyer said if she got $5 for every person, she wouldn't even be talking to Ashley right now. She'd be on the beach getting a massage and just chilling, because she would be uber rich. And Stacey still walked away from that conversation and decided that she was not going to ask for child support. Like somebody did mention earlier, you can go back. Let me say this. When you go back, first of all, who wants to be going through all of that? Just give me what you're going to give me up front. Listen, I know there's actually men out there that will be ordered to pay child support and still give more. Like they're going to just take care of their kid. I think that, I hope Stacey proves us wrong. I hope her guy is a stand-up guy and he will never leave Arabella hanging. She's absolutely gorgeous. And, I hope that, Stacey proves us wrong. But Stacey said one more mediation and they're done. But it's one more mediation and they're done because Stacey is going to walk away homeless.
Not homeless.
I'm trying to tell you. Homeless. Stacey just doesn't get it. Like she is still living in a bubble. She's living in a box. She lives in La La Land. I just want to go shake Stacey because I think that she is so cute. She's so pretty, but she is so like gone upstairs in the head. She's still thinking this man is going to do right by her. And when by the time she wake up and find out that he's not, she's doomed. She's doing Royaire. Like she's still thinking this man. First of all, I bet you every night he's laying on the couch next to his new boo, and he was like, "Don't worry, I got her. I got her. She ain't even asking for child support. There was no prenup. She's not getting no lump sum. I throw some alimony her way, and I hope she stay on that show. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pay the producers to give her enough seat so I can tell the court she getting a check. And then after that, I don't care what happened to her. Good luck, Stacey, because Stacey's just out there, right?
Yeah.
You know what though? Ashley was the same way because Ashley's divorce has been taking forever. Remember, Ashley was all soft and pink at first.
Yes.
She want to do this. She wasn't asking Michael for that. Michael was still helping her. She still had access to the credit card. Girl, he's running your life while he's out there living his. Right. So, eventually, Ashley woke up, right, and she's getting it. But I'm still 10 toes down that Michael's name is on Ashley's house. I don't think she fully owned that on her own, which is messy in and of itself. Listen, if a man is in my life and he decide to go, then go.
Yeah.
Go. No, give me the child support, give me the alimony, and guess what? I will never have to speak to you again. Especially now because the kids got the cell phone. You got no text your child.
Yeah.
Text your child, I'm good. Cannot do whatever the court papers say. I'm good. Yeah, I'm not going to have no conversation with you unless you know it was amicable and you did me right and you treated me nice. But Stacey, wake up, girl. Wake up. You got one mediation left to wake up. And I just know she's not. But I wish her well. Yeah. And you know what though? But maybe Stacey partially get it because literally, like who told us? Raheem said she showed up this episode.
She did.
She clocked in. She clocked in. She clocked in.
What was supposed to be done.
Maybe she's realizing I got to fend for self. She clocked in. So go ahead, Stacey. You clocked in.
Yeah, go Stacey. Listen, we are live on both channels. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. Here is the link for my channel. So make sure you click that, run over and hit the subscribe button and the like button. You know, Diva, what are your thoughts in regards of Ashley having to file for public divorce or possibly having to file for public divorce in the happenstance that her and Michael cannot come to a mutual agreement of what they got going on?
She will have to file because remember, Michael didn't want to do they renegotiated after X amount of years their whole prenup or whatever. Remember that? Mm-hmm. And then and Michael didn't necessarily. No, don't get me wrong. I feel he loved his kids, but he didn't necessarily want to have 2 more kids because Michael already had adult children, right? Mm-hmm. So now the idea that Michael in his older age has to be responsible for 2 kids at the very least until they're 18, perhaps pay for them for college and give Ashley money. Michael is sick to his stomach. So if Michael could literally stay in this current situation that he is in by letting Ashley have her house, Ashley do what he want. He see the kids when he want to pick them up or whatever the case may be. He paid for the kids' schools and whatever. He would prefer to do that until the kids are 18.
Yeah.
And then having Ashley like leaning on, Ashley won't be able to really fully date nobody, get married to anybody else if she wants to. But Ashley is still young. She still got it in her. She's gorgeous. And you know what? I say Ashley will be filing that public divorce. But you know what I learned from that, Royaire, is that you know, they said the nice way to do it is to say irreconcilable differences. That's why so many couples say that. And then she said there's the nasty way. And that's to say you a cheater, pumpkin either.
Well,
so, you know, I guess, you know, she's going to decide on what she has to do. And maybe, you know, hopefully they can do irreconcilable differences. But I think Ashley has woken up to the point where now, if she had to pull the gloves off and fight, she is. Because she's liking the streets. You know what I mean? Yeah. She liking what's going on with her and this Josh guy. She likes the streets. And she want to be fully out there in the streets and, you know, have Uncle Lump and her mama watch the kids.
Hashtag free Ashley to the streets. Free her.
Okay. She want to have Uncle Lump and the auntie and the mama watch the kids while she run the streets. But yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, we're wishing the best in both of those situations. You know, Stacey, continue to think about Arabella's best interest. Yes. Don't think selfishly, you know, in regards to your marriage and what you're used to, because people do change in a divorce situation. So.
Ciao.
Just think hard, think long, be considerate, okay? So listen, here is Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. If you're not a subscriber, make sure you run over there and subscribe and hit the like button as well, please and thank you. And welcome to those who are just now joining us. We are recapping Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 9, Episode 16, The Truth Will Set You Off. So we're heading into another date night, okay? Kay and Greg are headed out for a date. And so, they hop in the car. And so, Kay is ever so gently trying to bring up conversation with Greg in regards to what's going on, in their relationship, and talking about, certain things happening. Sorry. Talking about certain things happening in regards to their relationship. Stacey, Kay has shared with us that they got into a fight, and so things have not been the same since. There's still a lot of tension between them, but she's glad that they're getting out the house, and communicating and trying to work with one another, okay? Well, Kay tries to bring up their issues in the car, and so as soon as she said, babe, we've got some problems that we need to discuss, Greg immediately shut down, okay? He had nothing to say. He rolled his eyes and introverted right on in, okay? Kay said, well, babe, don't get mad at me. I know you don't want to talk about this on camera. Well, you don't want to talk about it, okay? We don't have to talk about it. But can you admit that we do have issues and that we have problems and the things we need to work on? And Greg didn't say anything. Okay. Greg pulls up to the restaurant. They get out of the car. He opens the door. They are seated at their table. And so the waiter comes on over. And so in the midst of Kay having conversation, Greg goes on and orders his food. Okay. He ain't got really too much to care about what she got to say. Okay. And so after the waiter, got their order, Greg says, well, we met down here about 2 years ago. And it's been a life-changing event ever since. Greg said, hopefully we're continuing to move forward in a positive direction because it's no use of wasting time if we don't see each other, going in the same direction. He says, I really would like you to understand where I'm coming from in regards to supporting me, and not just supporting me, but supporting the friendship group that I want to be a part of. I know being on TV is something that you don't want to do, but that is a goal of mine. It's a dream of mine. And you knew that when we got together. She says, sometimes I feel like you don't listen to me. You don't hear what I have to say. I feel like that you don't support me in the things that, I would like to do. But everything that you want to do, I support you and I'm here for you. And Greg said, listen, I support you. Whatever you want, I'm here. I've always supported you. She says, but sometimes I feel like you dismiss my feelings and, what I feel and how I feel. She said, I don't dismiss your feelings. I never dismiss your feelings.
Oh.
Dismissed. That's something I don't do.
Oh.
Their food came. They ate. Kay said, hopefully we can continue to work on this because, I don't want to move in a different direction where we may not be together. And so he said, listen, we got to do what we got to do. That was pretty much the ending of that scene.
Yeah, I did see the camera focus on his feet. I didn't know what that was about. They so shady production. They
he had on the Jesus sandals.
Yeah, he did. But they so messy. Listen, I feel this is a mismatch. Okay, it's a mismatch. All the way down. I get it. You don't want to do it, so then don't do it. But don't do it and then do it in a nasty way. So it was just like dismiss. I don't dismiss. You being dismissive right now.
Yeah. He's passive aggressive.
He's passive aggressive, right? And so, but you know what, Kay? You got the opportunity to run. I don't know when you're going to just run. But I would just run because he's team too much. He's messy. Boots. Yeah. And I thought that whole scene was pretty sad. And to me, even though he wasn't in the scene when she went to lunch with the ladies, I felt like this was one big continuation. She came there crying, talking about, how she's feeling not supported. And then we see a whole scene where they're supposed to be going out having fun and looking sexy. And she gets not supported in that whole scene. It was tragic. Nothing else to say. Tragic.
Yeah, I think I feel based off of what we have seen thus far that Keiarna got with this man to get on the Real Housewives of Potomac.
Oh.
She got beat up last season.
Oh my God.
He said, "I'm not here for this. We're not doing this."
Uh-huh.
She got her contract and signed on.
Mm.
And Greg is not in support of all of this mess. He does not want to be exposed for his bad behavior.
Oh.
He does not want to be exposed for whatever he's got going on personally.
Okay.
He wants to keep it off camera. Now
Mm.
Kay is just now realizing this man is serious about not wanting to support me in this avenue.
Yeah, no, I think you hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, and now Kay has to make a decision.
Oh, that right there. Woo! You called it, Lorraine. You called it. I didn't even think about that. You called
And
it.
there it
Woo,
is.
this is bad.
And there it is.
Another
Yeah.
Mark Daly. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. You hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, that's what I gathered from this scene. That's what I really gathered when I really sat back and analyzed what was going on. I was like, this he's never really been wanting to do this. He just kind of played on because, you know, last year she was a friend to the show. She really wasn't on the show. I don't think he expected her to get a contract, to get signed on and be full-time on this show. He did not expect that, and he's not with this. And you can tell he does not have a TV personality. He's not like TJ. TJ, he want to be seen with Stacey. He wants Stacey to claim him, all of that. And Stacey's kind of willing to do somewhat of that work, but not too much because she's still trying to work through her divorce. Greg, you are single. You don't have nothing holding you back. You know, why are you not willing to be open to support her in this? My only thing is there's got to be some things behind closed doors that he does not want exposed. That's the best thing I can come up with. And as Ashley said in her confessionals, if there is anything in your relationship that the TV can find out and see, the people will look for it and tear it down.
Yeah. Ugh. Oh my God, Kay, get help.
Get help.
Yeah.
This I can see in this is not a healthy relationship. From my perspective, I don't have no kind of degrees or anything like that, but just based off of watching, you know, some stuff, this seems like an emotionally abusive relationship. I just don't see this going very well for you, Kay, and I feel like you need to take the nearest exit as soon as possible.
Yeah.
As soon as possible.
Yeah.
Because he's not in support of you and where you want to go. And this is a great platform for the skincare line that she has. And for him not to want her to take advantage of such a platform, this ain't for you, boo. Pick up your bags and go. Let the house go. Let your down payment go. You can make that money again, especially if you get signed on for another season. So
yeah,
we got plenty of women on here with no man anyway. So welcome to the group.
Welcome to the group. Ooh, child.
Yeah. So moving into the next scene, you know, as we said, Stacey is hosting an event, you know, a fashion show. Strut for Strays is what the event is called. And so she's decided to reach out to her long-term friend Vivian, okay? Now, I don't know if you guys remember, Viv was introduced to us on the first episode along with Stacey with Karen, okay? Now, you know, this is supposed to be Karen's friend according to how we were introduced on this season, okay? So, you know, Stacey said that she, you know, couldn't think of anybody better than Viv to support the fashion show. You know, Viv helped, you know, with Arabella, you know, in the video and getting her clothes picked out and everything. And so Stacey would like Viv to help the other ladies pick out their clothes for this event, okay? So Ashley shows up to this event as well, or this fitting, as well as Wendy, okay? And so let's see. You know, yet again, Stacey is so glad to consider Ashley a true friend. There's the support. Ashley has already met the dog that she's going to be walking with. Vivian kind of showed the ladies around the shop and what dresses that she picked out for them. Wendy and Ashley seem to be pretty happy about their dresses. And so, you know, they're standing around kind of talking about what happened at Ashley's event. And so Wendy kind of opens up and shares that, you know, she was a little shocked that, you know, Stacey was in support of Mia and not Karen. you know, from the way we were introduced, Karen brought you into this group as her friend. And so it would behoove Stacey to, you know, be supportive of Karen and not Mia. But, you know, when Mia felt otherwise, she says she's not the type of girl that allows people to berate people in public, you know, and nobody there to support her. Stacey was very offended, you know, that the ladies you know, got on got on Mia the way that they did. She felt that they were attacking Mia, and Stacey is just not that girl. You know, anytime that she feels that someone is attacked, she's gonna go and try to, you know, support them. Just like she did with Karen earlier in this season when they were talking about Karen, she said, "What does y'all think against Karen? Why do y'all have such an issue with Karen?" And she went back to Karen and told Karen exactly what the ladies were saying. So, you know, in the midst of them having this conversation, Giselle walks in. And so Giselle comes in with, you know, Giselle's attitude. And so Giselle is in her feelings because she feels that Stacey should have texted Karen to let Karen know that she was bringing the ladies to Vivian's shop for the fashion strut show event for the dogs. And Stacey said that she was in disagreement. What am I, 2, 3? I have to ask permission from Karen to come to my friend's shop. And just so you know, I knew Vivian before I knew Karen.
Boom.
So why would I need to ask permission from Karen from my own friend's shop? Well, Giselle said, well, listen, I don't like the way you laid out all of this anyways. You didn't ask me to be a part. You told me I was going to be a part. And how do you know that I'm not allergic to dogs or dislike dogs or have an allergy or a phobia? She said, well, do you? And she said, well, somewhat, yes, I do. And so Wendy said, oh, bullshit. Here we go. And so Giselle said, you know, I didn't even think you were into charity, actually. You never gave anything to the G&A events. And she said, well, you put me out of the damn event. So why would I give anything to your event? Giselle said, well, listen, long story short, I won't be walking, but I will be there to support the fur animals, okay? I'll be there nice and early. She said, well, great. You can sit next to Karen since Karen won't be invited. Because she sent a text message to Stacey letting her know because of Stacey's behavior at Ashley's event, she will not be in attendance of the fashion show, okay? She'll come, but she will not be a part in attending. Whew. That was pretty much the ending of that. Your thoughts on that?
Blah. You know, Stacey, I like the fact that she's doing this charity situation, right? I do like it. But walking down the runway with animals, you are going to need, your Giselle and Karen are so petty. They're very petty. You are going to need to ask people ahead of time, like, are you okay with animals? Are you afraid with animals? You know, that's the only part I do agree with, in the sense of you should check in with people to make sure like they're going to be comfortable doing this. Listen, at the end of the day, Giselle is full of crap, and it is what it is for her. And then to be so petty, talking about, I didn't know you like charities because you didn't donate to mine. It's like, seriously, girl, if you kick me out, I'm not going to turn around and say, oh, here go my check for your charity.
Girl.
Like, I'm not doing that. So, you know, I thought it was petty. But you know what? Stacey handled it like a G.
She did, 10 toes down.
10 toes down. She handled it like a G. She said, well, I guess you be in the audience, sit next to Giselle. How about that? Boom. So I think, you know, Giselle was petty. Giselle needed a moment, because that, to me, that was her trying to get a moment, Giselle, right? Because she didn't have one all. It was like, you're wrong. And like Wendy said, are we in high school? I got to get permission to come to Vivian's shop and to tell people that I'm going to be hanging out with Vivian because it's supposed to be Karen's friend. And she said I knew Vivian way before I even knew Karen. And then plus it's a win-win because you have this business here. Yeah, Stacey stood on business. Stacey stood on business.
Okay. I'm not blindly following no friendship. Yeah. I make my own choice. Period.
Come on, Stacey. Stacey stood on business. Yo, Stacey, if there's an MVP for this particular episode, it hands down it goes to Stacey. Hands down it goes to Stacey. Stacey cleared it each and every time. She
Every
said,
time.
no, this is not cool. We're not going to, if you got something to say about the kids, you go to the mother. That's what she told her at the Ashley event. You go to the mother. And she said she didn't care. And now she had her thing at the shop, saying, I got your staggered. Because you know what? She ain't want no nonsense up in her girlfriend's shop. She said, y'all coming in staggered. But, excuse me, I did get an email from, Karen. She's not going to be in it. And like Stacey said, so I don't tell Karen, or I don't stand up for Karen, but somebody called her drunk. Somebody did this. Somebody did that. She could still speak to them. But because I didn't do XYZ, she's not going to walk in my bed and she's not going to speak to me. Stacey cleared it.
Yeah.
Cleared it. Facts. Hands down, Stacey gets the MVP. But other than that, nothing else really with that scene.
Yeah, Stacey got the MVP for me for sure. I think Stacey is actually for real playing this reality TV in a real way. I do feel that Stacey is considering considered some of these ladies her real friends, aka Karen, when she first came onto the show. And I think now Stacey is kind of getting a catch of how this works, okay? Stacey is understanding, this ain't no real friendship group. There is an alliance, and then there's the real people. And she's not going to fall on the alliance side. Stacey is going to be a real person who she is, even if she has to stand by herself. And I love that about
the assignment, Royaire. She said, hold on, I didn't get this right. Let me read. Let me sit down this weekend and read it over. She reread the assignment. She said, okay, I got it. I'm clear.
Cleared it. So yeah, shout out to Stacey. You did an excellent job. And that is one thing that I do look for in these reality shows. Where are the real friends who are really going to stand up and call out wrong when wrong is being done? And that is what Stacey did. She called out wrong, and unfortunately Giselle and Karen didn't like it, but that's fine. I would rather be on the side of right than just standing with wrong and everybody being wrong. We're not doing that.
Absolutely.
So moving into the last two final scenes, Wendy is on her porch. She's having a few conference calls. And so Eddie decides to come out there, check on Wendy, sees how she's doing. And so Eddie has, a little bit of news. Okay. So he has, listen, babe, I know you're in your second season of your show. I know you quit your job and you're really focusing on this. Well, I got a little surprise. You're going to be doing the interview at the White House.
Boom.
And so Wendy was so excited. Happy to be doing an interview at the White House. She's worked very hard in her political career, in her, teaching career, to reach these heights. And so, she wants to know who she's interviewing. And so Eddie says, stand up, babe, because this
deserves a standing ovation. Come on now.
Wins, it's time to win, okay? This is for you, boo. You're going to be interviewing Karine Jean-Pierre. And Wendy says, the press secretary of the United States. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And Wendy, got up, she hugged Eddie, she was smiling, she was so happy. She didn't know what wig she was going to wear, how she was going to look and dress. She was just so excited that she is going to the White House and will be interviewing the first Black press secretary of the United States, first Black female press secretary of the United States. And what an honor and a privilege it is. Wendy has been putting in that political work. She's been doing a lot of work over on her YouTube channel. And so here it is, another win for Wendy. Go Wendy. So she's super excited about that. After that announcement, we kind of switch over into a little scene. We're having, Stacey is hosting lunch with Mia. So Mia and Stacey have a little scene together. They are having cocktails. And so Mia is heavy on the cocktails, okay? Stacey is, a little conflicted with this group, okay? She doesn't understand how we can call certain ladies out on some things and the ladies side with them, but then when we call other ladies out on other things, we don't take their side. Mia shares that, she was upset with Gordon with sharing their personal family business with friends who are not family friends, okay? Stacey wanted to know why nobody wants to support, Mia and what she's got going on. Stacey said that Karen told her not to trust Mia and not to befriend Mia because Mia is not Potomac. And she also told her not to trust someone too. Well, before we find out who she's not to trust, we switch back over to Wendy. And so Wendy is sharing that she would love to bring the ladies with her to the White House. And one of her special friends that she wants to bring specifically is the Grand Dame Karen Huger, okay? Karen has always talked about how her family bought the land that, that her family was enslaved on. They bought that land, and so they now own that land, and she takes pride in that. And what better way to celebrate taking pride in land that was built off of slave owners than being able to slaves, than being able to come to the White House and be in the presence where our ancestors built the very steps that you are stepping on. And so Wendy says she wants her girl Karen to be there. Well, we flip back to Mia and Stacey. Come to find out, Karen has told Stacey that she don't need to befriend Wendy either, because Wendy is self-absorbed and all about herself. That is not somebody you want to be a friend with. Mia said, well, Wendy is a girl's girl, but once she gets wind of what Karen had to say, I don't know how much of a girl's girl she's really going to be. And that ended us off on season 9, episode 16. The truth will set you off. Auntie, your thoughts on that final scene? I can't.
The truth will set you off. Well, it set them off. I don't know what happened. Somebody woke Stacey up, okay? All the way. I mean, I thought the Eddie scene and Wendy scene was super cute. They remind me of, let me see what couple, and I'm not saying 100%, like, Eugene and Toya from Married to Medicine, like they truly love each other.
It's a mix of Eugene and Toya and Dr. Heavily and Dr. Damon to me.
Yeah, truly love each other and want to be together. That's Wendy and Eddie. Yes. I thought it was super cute. He was like,
it's Candy and Todd all the way. Shout out to Candy and Todd.
Yes, yeah. Totally in love, whatever the case may be. Totally in love with each other. And, he's celebrating her wins, unlike Greg over there, who telling her to leave her bag on the table to lose your Potomac check. Because I need you home making bacon and eggs. Greg, go sit down somewhere.
For my 3 children.
Okay, rent you a boyfriend for next season and come back on Potomac and make your money. The rest of them do it. The rest of them do it. Go ahead and rent. No, I thought that was cute. But it was sad in a sense that here she is. She thinks so much of Karen. And when they show all the facts back of how she supported Karen and she really loved Karen, and for Karen to be stabbing in the back, the worst feeling in the world, Roy, is when you think you got a good friend and then you find out that, it's heart-wrenching. It's heart-wrenching. And she's like, I really want to bring Karen because, Karen and Story County and all of that. Wait till she find out, honey. But I thought it was a really beautiful scene between Wendy and her husband. Mia and Stacey, that lunch was everything. That's why I'm telling you, Stacey gets the MVP for this particular episode. That lunch was everything. She was like, well, you want to know what Karen told me? She told me don't mess with you. Mm-hmm. You know who else she told me don't mess with? She told me don't mess with Wendy. Mia was like, you don't say. So listen, I can't wait for the reunion. I can't wait for the final episode. I thought both of those scenes were everything, Royaire. I enjoyed it.
I am an Aries. I believe Diva is a Pisces. You're a Pisces, right?
I'm an Aries, honey.
You're Aries too? Okay, yeah.
It's a March, honey. I'm an Aries. Yes.
That's why we like Stacey so much, then. Yeah, Stacey is an Aries.
Fellow Aries, yeah.
Shout out to Stacey. We love you, girl. But I agree. It's gonna be interesting to see how all of this is gonna unfold at this next episode. Is Stacey gonna out Karen? How is Wendy gonna feel? And this puts a whole new spin on Karen not showing up to the reunion. You said all of these things. You put all these things out here. is coming to the forefront now, and now you're not here to address anything that you've done or said throughout this season. So this is gonna be a hot mess. This is gonna be a hot mess. And excellent episode. I thought this was a great episode. And so we're going to give our final thoughts and opinions. But over here on our channels, at the end of each episode, we like to give you all an opportunity to rate what you think this episode was. So for season 9, episode 16, The Truth Will Set You Off, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. What do you rate this episode? Leave your ratings down in the comment section, and we will go through those in just a moment. Auntie, your final thoughts and opinions on this episode?
I rated a 9.5.
Yes.
I liked it a lot. You know, wasn't no catty drag out fighting really. I mean, they had the end of Ashley event where it was a little something. But other than that, I like the scene between Stacey and Ashley. I like them because they both was, you know, Ashley's coming out of her ditziness when it comes to, you know, leaving this marriage. And Stacey is in the beginning of her ditziness. Okay? So, you know, I like it. But Stacey recovered in other areas. She said, oh, Karen want to be petty with me and not walk in my show. Okay, then I'm gonna tell Mia what Karen said about her. And for Mia to say, oh, so what is Potomac? Getting drunk? Getting a DUI? Is that Potomac? I said, honey, no, they did this show. This was a show. They gave us a show. She said, is that Potomac?
Yeah.
Because, Karen said, I'm not Potomac. So what is Potomac? Okay. Is the Grand Dame Potomac? When her husband got to come there and tell her to shut her mouth? Somebody ran you off the road, right, honey? Can I get my license? Where they do that at? You wasn't driving, Ray Ray, and I love Ray Ray. Ray Ray wants to give his license.
She just had a few beers, just a few drinks.
And listen, there are some individuals, unfortunately, that are in a Kay situation where the man is just not supporting and everything is about him. Listen, Kay, don't get the ring, run. Don't run, because she's a pretty girl and she got her own little business. She don't have any kids. Savannah said protect Ray. Yeah, we're gonna protect Ray Ray. Protect Ray Ray. Protect Ray Ray. So I give it a high score because I think it had a lot of great scenes.
Yes. For me, oh my gosh, I don't know what next week is gonna look like, but I want to say 10s across the board. I mean, this episode was so entertaining to me from beginning to the end. Oh my gosh, I was entertained every second. I totally enjoyed Ashley's show. I enjoyed Stacey and Ashley singing together. I love the way Giselle waltzed in and interrupted the conversation with, you know, even though it was foolishness, but I just love the way she waltzed in and did that. You know, Greg and Keiarna, that scene was just, oh my God, talk about real reality TV. That is real reality. They are both in a situation where this relationship is not looking too good for either of them. Neither of them wants to break their, you know, gung-ho ambitions for their own goals, you know, and I don't see this working out very well for them. Wendy and Stacey, that whole last scene with Mia as well. I mean, it was great. So I'm gonna go. I don't know what next week is gonna look like, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 10. It was a 10 for me.
I'm mad at you. Yes. Let's see what the people tell us. What the people said.
Lexi is giving it an 8.5. Malibu is giving it a 7.5. Janet is giving it an 8. You know, Mia will out Karen. Well, we gonna see at this reunion. Juanita Justina is giving it a 9. Lisa is giving it a 9. Jay is giving it a 7. Handy B is giving it a 6.5. Raheem, yes.
Yes. Not Karen got 2 days left.
2, okay, 2.
Right.
We're gonna see what that sentencing is gonna look like. But let's see. Miss Vaughn gave it a 9. Mistress gave it an 8. Protect Ray Ray, y'all. Make sure y'all protect Ray Ray.
Protect Ray Ray.
Listen, let's see. Katrina's giving it an 8 because Giselle said her dog bit her. Giselle in the dramatics, girl. Like, if you're gonna make up a lie, at least come through with your lie and let it be a real lie. Like, come on now. But yes, that was season 9, episode 16 of the Real Housewives of Potomac. The truth will set you off.
Set you off. That's right. Mm-hmm.
We totally enjoyed recapping this episode with you guys. We ask that you please continue to leave your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're not a subscriber to Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva, make sure you run over there and hit that subscribe button and join her nightly for her trending topics. And if you turn your notification bell on all, you'll know exactly what time she is going live. And then if you're not a part of Royaire's world, make sure you head over there and subscribe, hit the like button and your notification bell on all as well. Tomorrow, as long as nothing comes up, we will be recapping episode 9 of the Real Housewives. No, excuse me.
Married to Medicine.
Married to Medicine. I am so ready for Real Housewives of Atlanta to come back. They need to come on. But yes, we'll be recapping Married to Medicine on tomorrow. So make sure you join us back here around 6:15. Just stay tuned and we will be here. Okay.
Yes.
If you missed our Saturday show of our trending topics of the month of January, make sure you go be a part of that rewatch crew. We talked about Wendy Williams. We talked about a few rappers that performed for Trump. We talked about the DEI programs rolling back with Target. And we talked about people selling their phones so that others can get on TikTok. It was a great show. So make sure you go back, hit that like button over there. And I believe that is it for everything we got going on.
Yes, it is.
All righty. Well, listen, join us tomorrow for Married to Medicine. We love you. We appreciate you. Hit the like button, subscribe, and your notification bells on all. That way you see each and every time we post a video with you in mind. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And we will catch y'all next time over here. Bye.
Bye.
Royaire's world.